What up, social world, man? I usually don't do these talking all the way videos through, never. But I couldn't figure out how to get it out. I was going to make a reel on Instagram. I'm like, nah, probably long enough. I was going to do a TikTok. I'm like, don't got that many followers. Going to do LinkedIn. I'm like, they don't want to hear me rambling. I was going to do this. So I'm like, let me just go to YouTube. And then if I need to, I just make a whole bunch of short form content to share or else to drive it back to this video. But this has been on my mind since about 6 a.m. I even took notes. I jotted it down so I don't forget to talk about these things. Mainly this thing. We need to get out our own head. It's killing our confidence. We need to start focusing on the keys to building confidence. Right now, a lot of us, not just blacks, not just whites, not just young, not just old, not just whatever, we all in our own head when it comes to a lot of things. One example, to all my sports people or basketball, this is the easiest thing for me to relate to. Just imagine you working all summer, you've been dunking, you've been windmilling, you've been doing all this, you're doing all the leg workouts, you're doing everything you need to do. But then it's finally the season, you get that first fast break. Got it, you dribbling, you going, and the first thing you think about is the first time you missed a dunk, or is everybody gonna laugh at you for all of this. So in that split second, you lost your confidence. So now you're trying to do a layup, miss the layup because you was thinking dunk, layup, all of this. And with that being said, that's how a lot of people miss opportunities to throw them out the window from overthinking and being in their own head. I mean, I'm sure y'all all can relate. I mean, we can acknowledge this from experience, you know what I mean, from sports, whether it's fucking our relationships, whether it's work, whether it's you trying to be creative, we all doubt it, man, you know. I'm sure with you and your woman, a lot of y'all niggas, so y'all ain't got no confidence. Am I good enough in the bed? Am I spending enough? Do she love me? Am I, you know, all that? And she's really loving everything you doing. She's liking how you put it down. She's doing all that, but in your mind, you're already locking the confidence just because of the way you walking into the situation, man. So let's talk through some things to get through that, because it's been bothering me, and I just want to share and share and share. Hopefully y'all see this, share, and hopefully it can help somebody. Hopefully it helps you, but because I never do this, and hopefully I'm not rambling. So the paralysis of overthinking. That statement come from like already thinking what can go wrong before it happened. Like you just overly thinking, or you just lacking confidence just in this space, over analyzing the risk that it creates, and then that starts to build to like excuses, and then it leads to other things to where it's like, I really want to just tell y'all, man up and get over it, but we're going to go through this if y'all following the gist. So I want to give you a real life example. Just think about like delaying your business ideas, or holding back from speaking up, or not applying for a job. You gotta think. A lot of us go to meetings and don't say nothing. We sit there all antsy, tapping our fingers, tapping our hands. Then we don't say nothing. Then we go home and we tell everybody about how this meeting was bad, or what we could have done if we was leading, or things like that. Or back to the job thing. Let's say you don't put that job application again because you feel underqualified, you didn't graduate from college, or all this extra stuff that you think you need, and you see that guy from down the street got that job and he riding good, and you just in your head like, man, I know I'm better than him. That dude's a bum. That dude's slow. But no, he wouldn't apply himself, or she wouldn't apply herself to get that job, man. So once again, we got to get out of our own head, and I know we all can relate. Man, on that topic, I'm going to share a personal thing with me. So over the last 5 to 7 years, I had an opportunity to really take lead in this community work. And I was using the word humble when I was asked, but really, I was really thinking I wasn't ready in my head. I was already telling myself before I go to meetings that I don't know why I'm here, I shouldn't be here. Some people call it imposter syndrome, but simple form, get out of our own head. But let's fast forward until now. I try to like wake up every morning with confidence, really saying, can't nobody mess with me, I'm supposed to be here. And then when it's time for me to meet or get on camera and do things like this, it's no problem, because I know I'm supposed to be doing this. I know I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be sharing this with y'all right now, because, you know, being truthful, I was lacking a lot of confidence not too long ago, and I was at my highest peak. And I just, now that I think about it, it's like, dang, what if I was able to have this brain power or comfortability with myself when I was 25. And I know I can't go backwards in life, so my goal is to share this with the 21, 22, 23, whatever, 33 that's going on the same journey for me, from being an entrepreneur, from being a creator, from standing out. A lot of this comes from standing out too. Some of us stand out too bright and we try to shine back so others can, get some of that shine, but it ain't for them. What they say, everybody can't go. Another thing that I want to hit on is fear of failure. Fear of failure versus the opportunity to grow. So the fear of failure gets in the way. So say, hey, I want to apply for this job, man, but I really don't know if I got what it takes, right? Some people that want to get to the money, want to get the bag and get a job, but just to go apply for that job to figure out what they're lacking, and then they go fix that. Maybe it's college degree, maybe it's a certificate, maybe it's references, whatever that is. And so they probably end up with that job because they took the chance to grow. They took the opportunity to grow. Now, the person I'm speaking to in this video is the person that already killed their lack of confidence in the head, saying, man, I don't know if I can speak Spanish. I'm not going to go apply for that job, but you got every other credential. Only way you're going to not know if you can't get the job, or, man, some of these places have the resources for you to go get what they need to come back to the job, or even get paid more to go through their programs for the job. And so that's the fear of failure, right? Like, you just fail. You don't even go, so you already failed. How do you know if you can't win if you don't try, right? So that's already in your head. Before you get in the car and go, you're stop and think, I ain't gonna go, man. I'm gonna just turn around. Gotta stop all that, man. Just pull up. So I've been rambling, man. I want to start reading my comments below too, man. I got a couple questions for y'all, man. When was the last time that you let fear of failure hold you back? Don't lie. And don't sit here and say, y'all ain't got it, man. We all human. I think it's a feeling we all have, and I be seeing it in people, a lot of different people. So, man, I want to share, so I will. So what's some things that y'all have, man? What things would you do different? Could you do different? And are you looking to do different moving forward? You know what I mean? Like, what is the new outcome? Is it a new you? Is it the old you? Is how you used to be? What are you looking for? Let me know in the comments below, man. And I will be responding back. Now, we're not done, though. I told you I'm going to hold y'all for a little bit. I just want to make sure I still got y'all. Let's talk about building confidence through action, right? Building confidence through action. Every attempt, successful or not successful, builds confidence, right? And what I mean by that is, like, how will you succeed if you never try? So sometimes, hey, let's go back to basketball. Hey, I can't shoot with my left hand, but you constantly practicing with your right hand. Hey, I cannot do a layup with my left hand, but every day you in the gym a lot. I see you, but you only working on your right hand. Won't you just try to slow down and take half the time and work on your left hand and build that confidence? And that's the same way it goes whatever you're trying to do in work and like I said, your personal life, your relationship with your kids, wherever you're trying to do this, you have to try. So like I said, you understand where to get better. Only way you can succeed is if you try. Now, with that being said, the cool part about that is those things that you may be feeling at, it helps you build muscle memory for the future, right? So say if you're doing something, let's say a boxer. Say you go in the ring and you fighting southpaw the whole time. You fighting southpaw and he just keep rocking. Boom, right at the woman, you can't block. I'm sure next time you go with your trainer going to tell you, hey, you got to revert your stance. So moving up a southpaw, you got to hold your hands a certain way and certain things like that. That's the same way in the work field. Sorry, I'm relating to my sports people a lot because most of my life in sports. But when you go into a job or a work field, just know that sometimes when you mess up, just, smile. If you work on forklifts or at a warehouse, you knock some things over, the best things to do is not panic, smile. First of all, you got to understand when you went wrong and don't blame anybody else. I think that's where a lot of this comes from too. We start lacking that confidence and we start blaming everything and everybody around us instead of just looking in the mirror and figure out what you did wrong and say, can I complete this better? Do I need to remove myself? Or I just made a bonehead mistake and I know not to do that again. Side note, I know a lot of y'all don't even care. I know it don't matter, but for us, it's trying to grow, get better and see things out of this life that is very important. So even on that topic, we got to start really valuing those small wins, man. Those small wins. I want to talk to my business owners who's putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into their business, into their dreams, into their ideas. They're getting other people money. They're taking out loans. They're doing whatever it takes. And I know once those doors open, y'all want the $100,000 back. Y'all want at least half of it that same day, that every day, because you've seen somebody else doing it like that. You see this other place rocking like that. You see they got these promoters or these DJs, and you just try to run, and you're going to do exactly what they doing, except instead of learning how to accept small wins and understand what you built for your company, for your people, for your team. Like, you know, say if your goal was to make $100,000 for a year, right, for your business. Back. I'm just throwing numbers out. You know, you only got to make a few grand a week to complete the 100,000, right? You don't have to make all the money every day, and it's got to be sold out wall to wall, and everybody got to buy your stuff for you to make the $100,000. You just got to learn how to do this day by day and realize some things just don't happen overnight. So once again, that goes back to that building confidence, learning yourself, knowing it may take you a little bit longer than somebody. It might take somebody 6 months to make 100 bands, and then they don't have to do nothing for that next 6 months, but they probably got a plan and a strategy to do that. So you can't put yourself at that level because we don't know how long they've been working to make 100,000 each 6 months, right? And sometimes that's a facade. Sometimes that's other people's money, which in the other world they call it OPM, but it's just other people's money. And you so worried about that, you're trying to get caught in their flex and go way off of y'all plan. But let me get back on topic, man. Just think about the power of small wins. Man, just riding through downtown Indianapolis is beautiful while I ramble on with y'all. But let's talk a little bit more about getting out of your own head. I can say it's simple, but I know it's easier said than done. But you have to get away from the negative self-talk. Even like, I know things don't happen overnight, but even starting to recognize when you're doing that negative self-talk. Like, remind yourself what can happen if you do it this way or that way. I think that's the best way. Like, just remind yourself to say, hey, I'm about to go tear this club up because I don't like such and such, right? Or this is just an or. I know where such and such be at. It's just gonna be me and him, and we can fight it out. I know that sounds easy and weak and ever, but sometimes a lot of y'all think of their first instinct. And I know I went off topic, not off topic, but that's in our own head. Y'all want to fight and show out with this person that you can just have a conversation with and not draw all this mess. And like I said, that's just in your own head, man. Y'all be at home thinking about, oh man, he like my girl, man, I'm about to go do it. Sometimes these dudes or whatever don't even be liking your girl. They just be the hottest thing in the club or got the nicest car, buying all the bottles, so your girl chasing them. Now you want to shoot it out and beef, have an imaginary beef with a dude that really don't even know you. He just having the time of his life, and your girl wouldn't be in the, you know what I mean, in a woo-wop. So you just got to start doing things to get that out of your mind. You know, you got to gain that self-confidence. You got to gain, I don't even want to use the word gains. You just got to know your do's and don'ts, man. It's just like cutting off any other thing. You gotta work at it, man. That's why I said muscle memory earlier. If you want to get better at something, you just got to keep doing it over and over and over. The next thing you know, it just happens. You just wake up and you live in a positive life, better life, more productive life. Oh, shoot, sorry. I'm drinking that good old Sprite. But whatever that is, to get out of your own head, you know, stay on that. Oh, man, I know what it was. That burp almost made me forget what it is. But focus on the point ahead. I think that will help a lot of us get out of this place right here. We just focus on what we're doing this for. Why we doing it? Who can it affect? Is it to better our life? Is it to better other people's life? Is it better at work? Could I get paid more money? Like, just start thinking about all those and put those in considerations when you're in your own head with that negative talk of lacking confidence. But I'm about to get out of here. Only way to really get out your head is pushing through it. You have to stay locked in. You have to stay locked in. You have to stay locked in. Because other than that, you're going to stay stuck, man. I ain't going to lie. You're going to stay stuck. So, it's a few things into growth, and I'm out of here. The only way you're going to grow is a couple things to do, and I wrote this down. Hold on. I wrote this down. Oh, that's what I'm saying. The key things, the only things, not the only things, the key things is failing, learning, and trying again. Failing, learning, and trying again. That doesn't sound like a win at all. But failing, learning, and trying again. First of all, the only reason you failed is because you probably wanted to learn, didn't know what the resource was, didn't know any skill about it, right? So you just went in. Okay, you failed the first time. The second, and that first and second time, like I said, learning, you're learning everything. What do I need to know? Do I need to know anything? Even do I like the place? Or do I like the job? Or do I like this lady? Or do I like this whatever y'all like? And then you lead into trying it again. You know what I mean? If you want to. Then you walk in with confidence. Then you knock it out. Then you get the job. Or you get with the lady. Or you get your friend. Or y'all get my gist. So, happy Thursday. Been wanting to get this out since like 8 a.m. I don't know what time it is right now. I know it's later in the day. But we're just riding around. Wanted to vlog this out, man. Thank y'all for listening. For those that stays, don't forget to subscribe. Probably gonna start dropping more things like this daily, weekly. I don't know, man, but I think these is good messages to share with my people. I know there's other entrepreneurs, other community activists, other fathers, friends that's doing a lot, handling a lot, man, and we could just start spreading and sharing this information with each other, man. So if y'all on Instagram, follow me at Ted Hardy, TEDDHARDY, and yeah, you'll find all my other social medias there. TED